Well, 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 what's going on, guys? Hello, hello. I hope y'all are having a beautiful Friday out there on this lovely day. January 29th, almost the end of the month already. Flies by. The older you get, the faster it goes, too. Can't imagine when you're like 50 or something how fast time goes. Man. Or 80. It's like a year is like a week. Well, you know who it is. It's your boy, Z-Rex with no noise. And we are coming at you live today. Sorry I missed y'all. We ended up going out to kind of be in nature with my son. Kind of took a little break. It's getting a little crazy out there in the markets. Kind of sucked though. It's not the best day to get away from screens. Lots of action. This week has been a doozy. Been fun. All kinds of opportunity everywhere. Left, right, up, down. In any kind of market too. Crypto, equities, Forex. It's been a nice one. So let's get it in. Without further ado, let's go to the top of our list here. Total market cap on the BTC had a nice start to the day, but this this sucks. Just gave all this up, pumped it up to, I mean, this is a pretty good pump. Almost, it looks higher than before 1135. Oh, it was. So we actually did get higher on a wick basis, not on a closing basis though, so that's more important. But coming right back underneath this trend line, and yeah, it's just the market cap. You know, I'm not sure how well analysis works on this, but you know, it is here. It is what it is. Just kind of checking it out. You still just have this trend line getting rejected too. Nice price action on Bitcoin. Very lovely bounce off of here. Not re-breaking the low of this structure, getting held on by the 377, and then quickly regaining right here on the exponentials, and that led to a pretty violent move to the upside. That's probably the worst part about it, is it's just like too fast and too violent. I would like to see a little bit more grind, slow grind into that. So this could easily get rejected, as it kind of is setting up. Look at closing right below our horizontal that we've been watching that coincides with these highs. So that kind of sucks. We couldn't make a new high on the structure here. We did kind of negate it off of this one. So that's pretty nice. It would have been better to see here, but hey, this is a start. So can't hate on that. And it's finding some support too right here on the exponentials, so they're all opening up. So I do kind of like this setup. It is a lot better than living below that 32.7 area like we were talking about the other day. until we got back above that on the medium time frames. It wasn't really worth thinking about lower risk longs. But now we're trying to get that pump. As long as we stay above this pivot, I mean, now it's back to support again. You know, it's pivoted a bunch of times here. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is support, and kind of pretty much tested it again earlier today. If we zoom in real tight, you can see it came right down over here just about 20-30 minutes ago. I do believe the daily closing back above here in this engulfing is pretty sexy, though. And I haven't looked at a lot of charts, at least coin charts today. I've been mostly focusing on the equities, just because there's been some nice movement in there. Gold had some good movements, but a lot of stuff's giving it up. Like, there was a lot of rallies early this morning, and then just kind of dump fest. So just have to see how this week closes. We are going to get weekly close for, let me double check if that's going to be for CMEs. Yes, the CMEs, everything will be closed on Bitcoin for today. Oh, why is that not working? There we go. Oh, I forgot I have it right here. Still getting used to that watch list thing. This is a pretty good posturing here. This is actually really nice. This looks better than BTC. Let's see what this line from the top looks like. We don't have that one drawn. It's going to be real similar to this. Yeah, so as long as Bitcoin holds these, and this is a nice test of these two previous local highs, as long as this holds like right there on, excuse me, on the CMEs, that looks pretty damn sexy. I do like that. Let's go back to Bitcoin. Spot, showing that same kind of thing. Getting back above this trend line, though, would be a lot better. This can turn into a failed breakout if this doesn't get continuation pretty much by like Monday, I would say. And if we get back below this 32 level and definitely below where this mama's curled up, where all this other business is kind of done, about 31.5, I would be looking for this to probably break down. But right now, because failed moves comes fast moves in opposite directions a lot of times. But this is structuring up to be an okay reset for here. We just need to see these lower highs right here get taken out on the low time frame. We get one of these 3-hour candles to close above this business here, like above the this horizontal. I think it becomes super likely we tap 40K again, and then we'll have to reassess there. But that starts opening up the doors for these higher targets and some continuation. So that'll be nice if that goes down. Let's go to ETH, see if ETH is looking nice and sexy. No, not really. Still pretty neutral. Nice and neutral. I need that daily to get back over here at 1388. This is kind of setting up, though, pretty good. I do like this. You got all the EMAs, chronological order here, major support on low time frames at about 1300. So as long as ETH is above 1300, I'm liking this setup for sure. Let's see. Anything else? Maybe on a weekly we can see. Is that next week they come out? No, it'll be the week after the ETH futures come out. So got one more week on that. We do have kind of this interesting ascending triangle on the medium time frames, and instead of just doing that and pretend drawing it, we can just kind of draw it like that. So we do kind of have that sort of structure, and I think we measured this out the other day. If we do get a close up there, yeah, we're targeting about 1700. So that is definitely a pattern there. The volume doesn't look, signature isn't great on it, but it's pretty damn close. And if we break above 1450 on this 3-hour time frame, which is coinciding, not so much. Yeah, so it's funny, you actually need a higher close on the low time frame than you do on the daily. Oh, there we go. Nice rally at the end of the day on equities over here. Oh, geez. Too funny. All right. Let me go look at this real quick. I just need to check this out. Oh, what a rip. Face ripper. How funny. Good stuff. All right, anyway. So this looks pretty good. I really like this chart staying above 1300s. 12, like this local low, this little swing low right here if you want to be a little bit looser. But if you want to be real conservative, about 1300 on that guy. And the weekly isn't going to close on that yet. There's no futures yet, so we ain't got that. Litecoin still looks like poop. Not very good chart. Don't like this, really. I mean, it has kind of yeah, see, this doesn't have like the chronological order. We're still smashed between these two things. Oh, these two things. The two MAs, the 200 and the 377. So, kind of sandwiching hardcore. I mean, this should get resolution pretty quick. This could have been a little of last flush before continuing the upside, washing out, some over leveragedness. It kind of has that signature right now, especially getting back over and bouncing off the 377 and the mama curling back up right here. So that looks pretty damn good. As a little fake out, maybe we get a break to the top after 146. We probably will test 155 to 165 roughly on this. So Litecoin on the daily, though, doesn't look super hot. You got it grinding down the 10 and the 21, getting squeezed in here. Lots of overhead resistance at about 140, 145. Yeah, and weekly is losing some momentum. You can see it on the RSI. It's lost some momentum. It's still present on the DMI, though, so that is noteworthy. Interesting. So a little bit confusion between the time frames, but don't be jumping around too much trading the time frames. Talk about that sometimes. If you're trading on a 7-minute scalping, don't use the daily to set up your exits or entries, and definitely don't do it the other way. If you're looking at the daily and you're like, oh, I like this setup over here, don't start zooming in on a 3-hour and 7-minute and try to make decisions off of a daily time frame. That usually doesn't bode well. Hey, don't turn off over here, computer. What are you doing? My other screen just wants to turn itself off. Another pump and rejection too, so lots of stuff just giving it up like we were talking about earlier. There's a lot of movement in the markets across the board, even in equities and stuff that's been happening. A lot of pumps this morning. Gold did it too. Bonds did it as well. Dow didn't really do it. I'm looking at the other screen here. Bear with me. Yeah, neither did NASDAQ. Yeah, everything kind of just opened flat and started on major indices, that is. But like a lot of individual stuff, we had just pumps and then kind of dumping off there. So that's not the best sexy price action. But here, getting back in this freaking zone between 28, the 28 handle on XRP, pretty funny. Barely getting caught off of this body low here at about 26, 25 and a half. Still not out of the woods, but this is starting to be a little bit constructive for the bulls. And again, it's about Mama Bear mostly in Ethereum at this point. Those are the top boys in the game at the moment. But this is kind of looking a little bit like it could resemble a false breakout. We don't want, this is a real steep trend line, and you've got a cross around 35, so that's going to be interim short-term resistance. If we can get back above that, and definitely over here, I would look for this to continue up to probably like 40K and probably beyond. But if this turns into failed breakout and we get back below that 32K, watch out, man. All right, DOT. A lot of these are probably going to just look up, consolidating, nothing. I guess this is kind of some weird flag, sloppy pin. You got all these damn wicks on it and tails, so it's kind of just a little bit funky. But really, as long as it still holds above this little cluster, where actually the wick went right to today, about $13, $14, it still looks okay. You are losing momentum, though, on all the oscillators. You've lost it on the RSI, and the DMI is slowly confirming that. The bears are coming out of the forgotten zone into the weak zone, and bulls are getting pretty pushed down aggressively as well on that. So definitely noteworthy. Let's go to weekly. Yeah, weekly looks crazy. Not really much to get out of that. The asset hasn't been trading that long. So ADA looks a lot like Ethereum, just off these highs a little bit. You can see kind of what I'm talking about here. Very similar kind of structure. But yeah, just got to really get some continuation. We're just still ranging mostly, and just like how Bitcoin was with that same range that we were discussing, or that we've been discussing, the price has been showing us for a while. This 30K to like 38K is just bouncing, which is pretty healthy as long as we don't break out of the range to the downside on a daily or that medium time frame. Now probably below about 31.5. If we do that one more time, I think it would probably roll over. But it's structured pretty well so far. I kind of like this. I'm not gonna try not to overthink it. As long as we're holding back above this pivot point, me likey. ADA kind of the same thing. If it holds above 33 cents, kind of in these tight ranges. Oh, we want daily. I don't want that. And ultimately holding below all these bodies on the lower end of these candles, about 30 cents. It looks all right. Link. Linky poo. Oh, right at that's probably not the best chart for Bitfinex on the daily. There's probably a longer one, but whatever. Looks pretty good still. Higher. We're not making any lower highs yet, even on a daily. Let's zoom in. We are a little bit on the medium time frames, but there is pretty damn good support at about $22. If we lost 22 again, I'd be looking for back over here testing low 20s, and anything back below 1950-ish, even below any of this business here, probably gets us a stab between these two MAs. Bitcoin Cash, not even up to the trend line. Kind of already lost its momentum, giving it up. Yeah, that's not a super great looking chart. I don't really like that. Just big wicks on top of these candles today. Damn, look at big old rally at the end of the day in equities. Holy moly. I always take off my trade a little too early. Patience is key in this game. Oh, Bitcoin. Oh, 7 minute. We don't care about that on there. But getting back in this range, holy crap. You know, dumping, rallying really hard off of that. And here we are just squeezed back in between the 377 and the 200 up here. Mama's still got the pressure on. So if we get back above Mama and especially break this trend line on this medium term time frame, we probably get back up to 460-ish, 470-ish. Intermediate term, and then we'll have to reassess there. But this isn't really a great looking chart. BSV, excuse me. BSV, this we were talking the last video. We were talking about this is the last line. It has to bounce hard here, or this bitch is gonna break the F down. And we got that, so that's nice. We got the first part we wanted to see, but again, look at this tail, or I'm sorry, look at this wick on the candle. I mean, just this wick alone, it already gave up, you know, like 7% just today, right back where the mama is. Or I'm sorry, it went right about to where the mama was, showing resistance. And let's go to the 3. Yeah, we're getting pushed up into this area though. So this looks okay as long as it holds 166 now. After maybe this being a fake out, there was quite a bit of volume on this, with it tapered off real quick, and then the rally. You got the regaining on the exponential down here on the bottom. So right as it recrossed the trend line, so that does look pretty good. And the better part in the slower time frame is the DMI is agreeing, saying that the bulls are back kind of in control in the medium time frame. So that's a pretty good sign. I do like that. But if it comes back down below in this area about 166, and definitely anything back below 160, this thing is probably going to roll over real hard. But at this point, if we kind of do some fib extensions, if I can click the button correctly. Yeah, if we can get back over this high, 180, we're probably hitting almost 200 with this swiftness. But, yeah, what was that alert? Oh, I missed it. I clicked it too damn fast. But I do like that the DMI is coming in here and kind of agreeing with this. We don't want to see it get back below like halfway in this candle, which we said earlier is about 166. We don't want to see that. That would be very, very bad. XMR. You could probably argue this is a little kind of Adam and Eve type basing pattern on Monero, so that is interesting. And you got all this business here. Let's look at that on a weekly. Yeah, this is a decent bounce off the 21 EMA. The weekly DMI doesn't look great. The RSI is like not great either, but it is kind of finding support at the mid 50s. Daily is trying to regain the exponential on RSI, so that would be really awesome. And then if it could follow through and get back above 50, that would be super sexy for this privacy little bitch. But you can see we're getting lots of resistance where all the longer term MAs are on the 3 hour. And there's a lot of business there. You can see resistance, support levels, supports, breaks it right there, and then tests it as resistance again before rolling over. So this is a big pivot point. I'm going to go ahead and put a horizontal there at about 150, wherever that's going to land. Yeah, so if we get back over that, I think that would be very nice for Mr. Monero. Oh, and it looks like this little, yeah, okay, so that would be, I like that for sure. And then that probably targets us to about 170. Let's zoom out a little bit on the daily. Yeah, and a daily mama is actually coinciding with that low time frame resistance as well at about mid 150s. But get back above there, we'll probably get, oh man, 618 is 160 on that. Damn it. So I guess to be a little bit more conservative, I'm going to move this up and split the difference between that. And if we got back above 160, we probably wanted to run, blip, 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 can't talk. That's all, folks. It looks like, yeah, 170 run would be pretty much in the cards, and especially if Mama Bear follows through. I mean, this is a decent pattern right here on the low time frame, so I'm not hating that. And you do have DMI agreeing with you. They've retaken the power zone. Bears are back down here, so pretty damn good looking chart. ZEC. Daily DMI, is that over? We don't have horizontals in here. Let me put those in real quick. Boom, bam, boom. No, they're both in the forgotten zone, so that kind of sucks. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really like this chart. I like Monero's chart a lot better. It's kind of similar, but I guess if I had to say something about it, let's go out to a weekly. It has to just get over this on the weekly, but holding 67, about $70, it looks all right. This weekly chart, to be fair, is actually opening up on the EMAs right here, starting to all point up, and the mama's starting to curl up too. So as long as this bitch stays above like $69, it was probably all right. These are some sloppy ass daily candles though. I mean, you're talking 10% up, 9% down, 20% total. I mean, that's kind of funky. That's like a big ass doji candle right here. Look at this with the tiny body, even tail. So lots of indecision. Really, if this lost below here, I would not take this down to 66 with a decent sized position. But yeah, if we lost like $75, it's probably bye time for Zcash, zero time. Dash. It looks a lot more like Monero, a little bit better structure, but still has these funky wicks. I guess this is a pretty thinly traded coin. I haven't traded Dash in a really long time. Not since back in the days. Weekly looks all right, though. This is kind of a little bit basing action. You've got decent looking strength in the DMI and the RSI. So, and you also have the EMAs opening up. So, that, you know, it looks pretty decent. About $80. Below 80, I'd start to get a little bit worried. On the daily, let's see if it shows about the same. Yeah, so you have all this buy right here, all this demand on these tails here and here and here, and even right here and here. So that's actually pretty decent. But if it lost like mid 80s, that's not sexy. Oh gosh, y'all already know about this mofo. Say what? Doge coin. Look at this. It doesn't even matter if you switch to log or linear. This bitch is just mooning it up. Trying to base right here at 100 and 127 sats. That seems to kind of be where it's finding the support, coinciding with the 10 simple. But we are kind of getting some decent pressure, especially from this candle. You can see anything below 143 sats It's kind of hard to, man, and Doge is so hard to stay in long term because let me show you why. What happens with Doge? Pump, pump, pump. Oh shit! Major super dump. I mean, it happens always so fast. Now this is a weekly time frame, so to be fair, it did pump on this last one. What is this? Roughly 400%. About probably what we did here, about the same. But it wasn't just in a day. So I guess that's a big difference in 2 days maybe. You can see this actually took, about a month to do that. So with that magnitude of a move, I mean, that's probably one of the fastest. It is actually all the way back to 2014 when this first came out. It is literally the fastest move on Dogecoin in history. So for what it's worth, maybe it can continue, but it definitely looks a little bit overextended. In the top, you have right here at this gap, right where it went to as well, about 225-ish, and then got rejected real hard there. I mean, back above 225, though, if that ever did happen, and even obviously low-term time frames, we'd have to see above like 150-ish first. But yeah, if it ever got to 150, I wouldn't be surprised to get back up in there just because everyone seems to love Doge now. Oh, sorry about that. But if it cleared that, man, shit. If it closed any kind of time frame candle above 230, I mean, that's blue sky super crazy mode. I'm not even... Moon targets are abound on that bitch if that goes down. Let's zoom into super crack time frames. I don't even know why I have this on there. What is that? I don't know. We're just going to delete it. I'm not sure how that got on there. Oh, well, yeah, nothing. I mean, as long as it's holding here, too, though, about 120 in very... If you wanted to be a little more risque, as long as it's holding like a hundo, good to go. To the moon, all the way, Josh. Moon time. But I don't like that 3-hour candle, though, that it gave up back here. That's not really sexy. That's kind of icing the rally a little bit. And let's see if this agrees with the 618. It's about 174, so it's a little bit higher than that 150 area that we were just talking about. So maybe it needs to close above about 165-ish. But anything above like these candles, if we did get one, it would probably usher in that move, and then we'd have to kind of reassess from there. But yeah, you do not want to see this lose this exponential right here. That would not be good. That probably means it's going to dump real hard. RSI is trying to hold on above upper 50s though, so that looks okay. Did lose some momentum. Oh no, we didn't even lose that. We just got so extended. We're up at freaking 65. Holy crap, that's huge. DMI usually doesn't go that high. To be fair, bears are in the total forgotten zone, way down here, sub 10. So, geez, holy crap, 80 on DMI. Wow, I don't even know. Has that happened before? January 16? No. So yeah, this is like the biggest move in Doge ever in history. So there you go. Pretty freaking wild. People were calling for it to go to like $10 and shit. I don't know about all that. But yeah, biggest, fastest move in a while. And it is trying to base. Like, this looks okay. Just as soon as we lose, I think even a 3-hour candle like I'm looking at here, if we close below 109, it's probably iced for a while. And then have to reassess. ES. Losing our support here the other day, getting crazy whipsawed, up 2%. What is this? From early morning session yesterday, rallied all the way up, and then immediately gave it all back up in regular session. Just crazy ass price action. This does kind of look like bears are reestablishing their dominance, but we are kind of around major supports on ES right here, and you can see also that this trend line, this blue one, has been business for a while. We talked about it the other day. It's just been constantly going up and down over it, finding its resistance points, support points. support like crazy here. But now we actually did break down. This candle right here is the real ugly one because the body closed mostly below all these wicks. So that's a little bit concerning for bulls on ES. I'm pretty much going to take off my bull cap for this until we get back above that pivot of like 3760. That horizontal has been a pretty important zone. Let's go zoom out on the weekly because that will be closing soon. In about an hour, probably less. Well, regular session ends in about 15 minutes, so let's go look at SPX then because that will close with it. Yeah, right on the 10, simple, but it is engulfing the past. If it closes down here, it will engulf the past month of price action on bodies, so that's not a great look for the bulls. You don't really want to see that. And if we lose again the 37 area where we dipped today on this candle, then we're probably going to come down here and test that 3666 area, the devil's area. But we just have to wait and see because markets are about to be done. So we'll have to see what Sunday night brings and possibly Monday in the morning. Yes, even Russell and everything just gave up a lot of those pumps that they just had off the lows. Let's just go ahead and look at that on crack time frames. Yeah, so you're trying to get rallies, but coming right up to mama, rolling over. NQ, same thing. Rut's too weak. It couldn't even get up. There. It got close. Pretty good pressure building up though. Let's go to Dow. The Dow definitely looks bad, especially when we look at this on a daily. It's about to close below the mama and the 55. So that's relatively weak compared to the other ones you can see here. None of them are closing below their 55 yet. Hell, Russell is still, 5% away from its 55. So that's definitely noteworthy. And if Russell loses this very critical support level at around 2060 that we've been eyeballing, that becomes extremely probable that we will test down here in this zone. So that would be about a 3 to 5% move. So VIX, super spike here, looking very erect. Finding a little bit of resistance on the mama weekly. How about the 2-day? 2-day is kind of broken out. Usually when you get this over the 2-day, it doesn't usually give it up that fast. So maybe if it rolls down here and gets caught, you can see that happens a lot right here. That happened right here, but it did end up breaking down, to be fair, on that one. You know, nothing's 100%. But you can see the 2-day has been pretty good teller of, continuation in volatility. And VVIX is another one of those. Oh, we're losing the 140. Okay, so that is interesting. So that makes me think we might get a little bit of relief then early next week, possibly. I was really watching this. I don't even think I have VVIX on my list here. I actually need to add that real quick because that's important. It's volatility on the volatility. That's probably confusing, huh? And this will update, and we'll see if it closes above the threshold at about 140 here. If it closes back below it, this might be a one-off, and we're going to get a little bit of relaxation for a second. Yeah, that's interesting. Even with this little sell-off from that pump, VIX is not staying bid up, so let's see. Yeah, nice dump from lunch, jeez. That's about it for that. Nothing to really see anymore on the VIX, but if this closes above 140, though, I will be a little bit concerned for more downside. Faux show. All right, Shanghai. What's Shanghai doing? Everyone's favorite country. Dumped 5% here in the last, pretty much this week. So that's interesting. It's a pretty big move. And it had this weird kind of pattern right here. And the good thing about these patterns is a lot of times they are continuation. But like the H pattern we talked about the other day, you know pretty fast when they're broken. And this one obviously broke it here. But even this one is kind of warning that it's like indecision in between the exponentials. And then this one confirmed that this structure was screwed. And just to show you what I'm referencing that to is on kind of like the Ethereum here. So in the same posturing, if we got back below in this range, in this tight range, and definitely back below these candles, even these just 2 previous days, that would not be good. I think that would end up bringing in lower prices. Dixie, just could it get more sandwiched up into this crap? Jesus. So same thing that we talked about 2 days ago, almost exact same crap, just more squeezing it into the corner here. This is going to get resolution very soon. That doesn't mean to the upside. You got, I mean, it's super sandwiched. You got the short term here, longer term mama supporting it, and this trend line. I mean, whatever move is coming out of this coil is going to be a big one. And right now, you slightly do have to lean on the upside because of the RSI posturing. And nope, not the DMI, just the RSI posturing. And that's about it. And where mama is at about 90-30, 90-20 area. So that is noteworthy. Euro kind of showing the same thing. And if you didn't know, this is like pretty much the inverted chart of Dixie. I just flipped it around. You just put Alt-I on TradingView. You can do that. It's not quite as squeezed into the corner like Dixie is, but kind of showing the same thing. Just a lot of consolidation on the bottom of the range. TNX had a big pump today off this dump earlier in the week where it went right to this level. And getting caught all right on the gap like this is pretty interesting. So that kind of bodes well for some dollar strength. It is finding resistance, though, here on the RSI exponential. But DMI is pretty erect and powerful. So, yeah, this is kind of agreeing that dollar might be on a little bit of a bullish note here. Gold giving it up. Look at this again. Boom, boom, just immediate rejection right from, I guess technically it did make a new high off of this, but what, just violent, man. Just like a lot of stuff has been doing this. I mean, gold has been a very, very difficult and hard trade for the last month or so. That's why I've just been in a condor on it. It's just a neutral trade because this has been really hard. Yeah, it could just be like scalping and buying these bottom of the ranges or just playing the range, but that's too much work. I don't want to do that. And you got some kind of weird diamond type pattern or something maybe. I don't know. I might be stretching that a little. This is just a really odd structure, just basic horizontals. We're going to keep using them about that lower 18s, and it really has got to close back above these local highs at about 1869 or so, 1870. Let's see what weekly will look like. Very boring, neutral. How about 2-day? That's like one of my favorite time frames on it. Got incredibly super neutral. I mean, it can't get any more freaking neutral. So, what the hell? So that's it. Gold's been the damn same. So we're just going to move on from that one. All right. Silver, though, is poised to close pretty nice. It would have been a lot better if we got into the 27 handle above this big body candle here, this big body bitch at $27 even. That would have been way more better, which it still can happen. We still got about an hour left, but regular session ends real soon, and that's where most of the moves probably or usually do happen, especially in silver. But hey, it looks pretty damn good. Exponential's opening up. We're back above this pivot at 26.5. So DMI, everything is pretty damn strong on the medium time frames. Just the biggest resistance, obviously, is where we just got rejected here at this local high at 27.70. But a lot better chart than gold, a lot easier to read. Like gold is pretty much like if you just looked at this part with no candles getting out of the range. So that's nice. Let's look at it on a 2-day. 2-day looks like it might regain the exponential. Yes, it will. If it closes up here, this is very likely to happen. It would have to dump super hard for that to not happen. And DMI also looks like it's regaining. So this is a great setup for silver. I do like this. Very nice. Alrighty. So kind of the same thing we've been talking about. I like silver a lot, especially on this monthly chart. I'm bullish as hell on silver as long as we're above $23, $22. I mean, you're getting the more aggressive slope on these. I mean, this is great. And even this monthly is nice. That's closing today. You've got the horizontal again that we were talking about, and all this getting bid back up. It would be nice to see this a little bit girthier on the top side, which is why I was saying that 20 above in the 27 handle anywhere. That would get me a lot more excited than where it is now, but overall it still looks pretty good. Alrighty, I think I'm gonna wrap it up for that. Let's go back to Bitcoin because I need to make a couple adjustments before the market closes. Final thoughts on Bitcoin, baby. So you can see this steep is the slope of this is very, very aggressive. Medium time frame resistance on this candle on this trend line cross for sure at about 36, but ultimately that's probably splitting hairs too much in this range. So let's just make it most simple. This kind of sucks getting rejected like this from the daily. We'll see how the weekend carries some price action forward, but on the lower time frames, this is building up fairly well. You did get a pretty nice dip just a second ago, I guess right when we were starting the stream. But yeah, so this is starting to shape up all right. You still got DMI up here on the top. RSIs, they're battling, but it's still okay. Really, the horizontal is the range game right now. This is what we were talking about this whole week. You know, this is just gets snaky as hell, and the oscillators are tough to read occasionally. But this totally could be some distribution, a little spring down, and getting ready to do the next leg up. I can totally see that popping off. So great reaction off this 55 the other day, engulfing the previous day. So that bodes well for bulls. And again, if we lose this, like if we come back down and get back below 32.7 on this 3-hour time frame, and really 31.5, and lose some of this structure here, I would start to be pretty concerned. And by that time, unless it just happened in a super flash crash like today, the exponential, the 377, is going to keep squeezing that in too. And so if we lost that one more time, I do think that this would roll over. So other than that, though, it does look pretty good. And hey, we're not doing that right now, so looks pretty damn sexy. All right, I think that's it. I got a few minutes to wrap up a couple things. That should be enough time. All right, awesome. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Oh, you want to look at Bat and Mona? Oh, why are you trying to do that to me, bro? Well, then just wait. Hold on for a second. Let me just go to my other screen real fast. I just need to make a couple adjustments on an options trade I have. Let's see here, because they be moving crazy today. And we'll go look at those real fast. All right. I think I'm going to take this bitch off here. I'm just looking at some of the plays I got. Yeah, I think we're going to take that off. Let's see how that works. Oh, pretty wide spreads. Let's see if I can get filled on that. But Dow. Fill me, bitch. Take a fill, Phil. On the Atomic Dex, how's that wallet? Do you use that a lot? I just downloaded it like last week or something. All right, there we go. I just got filled on that, so we're going to take that off. I had a volatility position on, and volatility is really mean. And with, like we were just looking at VXX over here, it coming back below the threshold, which it might go back above it because we're getting some sell pressure coming in the last few minutes of the market here. So, you know, that could get back above there, but hey, it's never bad to take some profits. So I think that's all I needed to do. Let me look at one more thing. No, we don't have that. Is it GWM? Oh, we don't have that either. Oh, you little bastard. Oh, I'm gonna miss that one probably. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna get it. The market just said, fuck you, bud. Yeah, multi-wallets are pretty awesome. I agree. Okay. I kind of want to do a, let's see real quick if I can get some crazy little call spread on. I think I kind of want to get some long deltas on equities here because we're at like really good support levels. I don't want to do static though because this market's moving crazy. I don't want to be risking that much money right now. Not over the weekend, but man, the options just kind of suck. They're juiced up today. Yeah, maybe I'm not going to do anything. Yeah, fuck it. I already have a little bit of exposure on there. Let me look at one more thing, and then I'll go over and check your tickers out. Because I always like to check out some tickers, man. Ticker bro. All right, let's see. Let's go about 30 delta. And then we'll go to about 17 delta. Nope, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to wait till Sunday night. So fuck that. Close that. Close that. Got out of the vol position. That'll be fine. Yeah, wow, big pump right there at the end of the day. How funny. All right, fuck that. Done with that. Let's go look at these tickers you put up. Mona, man, I haven't heard of Mona in a while, dude. Ugh, God, I hate this chart though already. This fucking wicktail. Let's look at it on weekly. Oh wow, I like this chart on a weekly. Looks nice. Pretty easy way to manage risk here. You got this kind of trend line, although it doesn't look like it's actually going to line up very well. I mean, it's kind of there. You got something like that going. How about a monthly? Yeah, monthly is very interesting. Finding support on this immediate super re-dump. I don't know what the hell is going on there. Let's just pretend that those first candles didn't happen because that's sloppy as fuck. Right here, I kind of like this. This is good. Kind of finding support. I'd say as long as this is holding like a buck, this looks pretty damn good. But man, look at these swings though, man. This is crazy, dude. 30, 40% like every day. Like, what the hell? I'm gonna go to a different exchange here, if there is one. No, not that Mona. So that's it? It's just on Bittrex? Oh, shit. I guess so. Well, I guess Bittrex it is. Alright. Yeah, these are big-ass swings. This must be real illiquid. If you were going to trade this, if I was going to trade this, because I'm not a financial person, you know, all that mumbo crap. I would be putting limit orders on this guy for sure. Seeing if I can get it scooped up like on the lower ends of these tails and see what happens. But I do like this chart though. And on the daily, it's not as sexy as it is on the weekly. I think the weekly is the one that's pretty nice. As long as we can stay above this local range here at about $1.35, I think it's pretty damn well set up. And you're getting the chrono cross here just starting. Right there, just barely. So that's nice. And DMI is starting to get into the power zone while the bears are in the forgotten zone already. So yeah, anything above this local highs here, like maybe even, shit, let's zoom in. Hold on. Yes, lower time frame showing the same thing. Real good support, like right underneath here, at like 145, 150. Mama's saying that there's lots of demand right here, literally where the price is. So I kind of like this. This isn't that bad of a chart. Probably a pretty easy way to manage risk. Any kind of dip below these local lows, 10, 15% down, I would start to be concerned. What's up, Mr. Jason? All right, where's this other one? LTC. What, dude? I always do LTC in the beginning. You must have been late or something, but you would never be late, right, Josh? All right, LTC, we talked about earlier. It's got resistance, kind of the same crappy little give it up pattern that we've been seeing. Oh, wow, look at that. ES just dumped on some faces. So that's nice, getting back below 3,700. It's nice if you're bearish. Anyway, Litecoin looks okay as long as it's above 130 on medium time frames, but it's right back in this damn freaking stupid range between the 377 and the 200. Just more confusing crap. And it did a little fall. This could have been a little false breakdown with the spring. So let's go do a fib on this bitch. Yeah, so showing the same thing about 130-ish, 125. As long as it's above that, I wouldn't be too concerned about it. But I don't really like this daily chart, to be fair. Anything below that 125 again, it's going to probably get pretty ugly because the 200 is not even down here till all this business in the 80s. So not super great. Oh, BAT token. Man, I forgot about BAT. Oh, BAT looks kind of good here. Oh, yeah, this is a sexy chart on the daily. I like that. BAT USD. Let's see if we can get a little bit better. Oh, damn it. Take it out of log. What the fuck is this, dude? Lost all of its. This has to be a bad data point. I mean, that's like 90%. That's 100% down move. That has to be a bad data tick. I wish they would fix that shit. Or if TradingView, it'd be cool if they let you like adjust the candles sometimes to fix the data. But whatever. Some real brokers do that, but tasty. TradingView is not a broker, so. But I like this. Opening up, chrono order all the way. Major support at 23 cents. BAT token looks pretty nice. Weekly starting to open up. Major support, 23 cents on the weekly. It's really good when you see confluence across all the time frames. 3-day has the same thing. 2-day has the same thing. They're all very nice and sexy. So, yeah, I do like this chart a lot. I got some BAT, too. A lot of people have been hating on BAT. So, it's a good one. Get that one in, Mr. J. Raven. Ooh, old school. Mr. Raven coin. Oh, hello. Pump it up. Oh, wow. This looked great on the weekly. Damn, I totally forgot about this. I looked at it a few weeks ago and just went off my radar. I need to start using this damn feature more where I can like tag them like this on TradingView, like colors, and then you can just look at just those colors. You're like, oh, what's my green list? And you just look at the green list. Maybe you like forgot something. There's just so many damn things to pay attention to. This is a good thing why I've been liking doing this channel again. It's like it's helping me kind of organize my thoughts and all that good stuff. Anyway, y'all don't care about that. Y'all just care about some charts. Here we go. Back to the chart. Raven looks pretty damn good as long as it can close above 2.5 cents. I do like it. I mean, it can kind of come all the way down to here and still be okay. Damn, Doge pumping it up. I'm going to go back to that in a second. Yeah, as long as it's above 2 cents, I think this is good. I mean, and it's like, oh, it's a 30% drop. But I mean, these are penny stock fucking shit coins. So it's like, that's not really that far when, I mean, if this bitch starts running, you're talking probably 5 cents. Yeah, a lot of business there. Let's zoom out some mo. Yeah, 5 cents is going to be the hard overhead resistance on this guy. So, but yeah, any kind of weekly close above this level definitely puts that into play. So, nice pump there. Komodo, I believe that one is a... Oh, yeah, okay. I like this one. It's like the ugly wicks, though, man. That's the only thing I don't like, and you can't do anything about it. It's a little better on Bittrex. Okay, not as scammy. Not as many scam wicks. Let's see. Let's zoom out, because there's quite a bit of history on this guy. Shit, Komodo looks pretty damn good as well. I like these ones that you mentioned there, Josh. That's nice. As long as it's holding that 45, 50 cent area, I like it. Not much, can't populate long-term MAs on the weekly, though. Yeah, lots of support all in this zone though. So that is pretty nice. We don't need to make some lower highs from this though. We definitely want to get some pumping going fairly quickly. Otherwise it's probably going to break down. 3 hours, all right. The daily though is pretty good. Anything above 50 cents, I like this. And 50 cents from here is about 14-ish% risk. You know, if you wanted to be a little ballsy, you could probably take it down to these lows at about 20-25%. And but yeah, this is looking pretty good though. Not too shabby of a chart. Let's see if it's trying to gain anything on the Bitcoin. Nope, that looks terrible. So let's take that's garbage. Oh, what is this? Oh, this goes. Whoa, damn! What a pump. Hold on, I gotta get log back on. I don't like. I pretty much only chart in log. I hate when they're like that. Just giant spikes and dumps. Yeah, this is a decent chart though for sure, man. I definitely like it. Little spring down here, fake out, and Corona, finding lots of support on previous tails, going it back to its inception. 40 cents on a weekly. Want to zoom in? If it loses 50 cents, I'd start to be concerned. Dogecoin, everyone's favorite coin. Holy shit balls, what a move. And it's still moving. Let's zoom in. Coming off the base, this might be just a little break. Let's go 3 hour. Yeah, like we were talking about earlier in the stream, as long as it stays above one, you know, the teens, and ultimately, if you wanted to be looser, about 95 to 100, as long as it stays above that, there's no reason to be bearish on Doge. The only problem with something like this is it could be knife through butter to either side, so it might not give you opportunities to get out where you want. You know, it's just probably not very liquid, but this is looking pretty damn nice. Low time frames, regaining the mama. You got everything opening back up to the upside in chronological fashion, like we love to see. So medium time frames and super low crack time frames, like the 7-minute, 130. As long as this holds 130, this is probably going to come back and test these highs at 170, and then. Yeah, this is a nice girthy green dilly right here. I do like the way that closed. So coinciding with 140-ish, very nice. You can't wait till next time though. Next time for what? Next Doge meetup, or what are you talking about? Pretty nice. I mean, this seems to be getting really pumped. Again, it's the biggest move ever in Doge, but the volume isn't all the way there. Like if you look back, there's been a couple times. I mean, here's the volume there that we're at now, and it's still. I mean, there's all these other pumps. 2017 has been a lot more participation, so that's kind of interesting. Maybe, God, it sounds crazy. I don't want to say this, but it kind of does look like it might want to pump some more. Holy shit. Yeah, I mean, as long as this thing can maintain above the 3 hour medium term 10 simple, I mean, I don't see any reason to even think about getting out. And I mean, it's got to close below that for me. I have trimmed some Doge, but you got to be exposed to some of it when it's doing this. Yeah, I'm so crazy. What a fucking move. QTUM. All right, we'll do them real fast. QTUM. Ba-dow. Oh, yeah, I like this. This is a great pattern pump with the little saucer thing. You pump it, you rock it, do some testing, consolidation. We break this on a weekly, 420-ish. We're probably going to get continuation. Daily looks nice. You got the exponentials opening up. Everything's pointing up. Mama's pointing up. RSI is kind of weak. That's probably the biggest concern of it. But other than that, other than the RSI being kind of sloppy, this looks pretty good. Yeah, I like that. It's kind of like Komodo's chart a little bit. Almost exactly, actually. So, wait, I don't need that on there. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Major support at about 225. If you zoom in, if you don't want to go all the way down there, probably like 270, but you know, this you can get scam wicked out of these positions real fast. So I'd probably default to a little bit higher time frame. If it was me, I wouldn't be too concerned dropping 20%, whatever. That's nothing in crypto. If crypto you can't handle 20% move and you freak out, you probably should go do something else. All right, DGB. I'm gonna look at DGB in dollar, but I actually kind of like to look at DGB in satoshis though. Kind of like Doge for me. Looks all right. Yeah, I mean, consolidating up here for this long after this pump. I mean, this has been freaking since May, so it was like 8 months or whatever. Hell, you can't get mad about that. I mean, as long as this thing's holding 2 cents, that's pretty damn sexy. Let's go to the Bitcoin chart, though. And you know Bittrex be having the data for this guy. Long time. Look at that. This is one of the OGs, baby. Look at that. All the way back to 14. The good old days of crypto. Look at this. Some Doge type pump. What? 7,000%? Don't know if it's going to do that. I do like this. Bouncing off these lows. That's kind of sexy. Let's zoom in slightly. Yeah, trying to regain some of the momentum. I like this RSI structure down here on the 3-day. I like it on the 2-day. Looks good on the daily. Starting to get confirmation. If Bitcoin pairing on this gets back above 100, this thing probably will run really good. I mean, this is an ugly ass chart. This is very, very high risk. Obviously, I mean, it is crypto, but I mean, it's setting up though. And DGB hasn't really had its time. I mean, it did a little bit back over here. And what the shit? Corona time. Wait a second. Let me go back to the dollar pairing. Okay, yeah, that's just some weird kind of thing with Bitcoin's price versus this for that time. But it's showing a lot of relative strength. DGB, bitch. Let me see. Hold on. Let me go back. Yeah, I guess it kind of outperformed there for a while. How weird. Okay, but still looks kind of nice here. I do like this, and I would just kind of look at this in satoshis if it was me. I actually do have some Digibyte, so glad you brought that to my attention. But you do have higher highs on, like, just slightly, or higher lows, I'm sorry, just slightly on the weekly. Weekly barely took out this one. The big boy resistance is right here, about 3.5 cents. We take out 3.5 cents, probably on most any time frame. Then this bitch is probably going to continue to run. And let's see if we can get some kind of target possibly. No, there's not that much data with the dollar pairing. I mean, we're probably going to have to do it with Bitcoin pairing. Probably around here where all these crossed and inside this dome part thing for the mama. Probably where the 618 is too. Yep, exactly. About 200 satoshis. So that's probably where I'd be targeting this. If it can clear like 100, 110 sats, it'll probably run to 200 with swiftness. I think that's a little bit probably. I mean, it probably will hit this EMA first. Well, I guess obviously it would, but I think it could stall out there for sure because this is pretty far away. I mean, 150, and this is all the way at like a little over 200. So maybe a first target would be like here, and then have to see how it reacts after that. But yeah, I mean, it's setting up. This is a very nice setup. There's no doubt about that. Can't hate on that. I mean, even if you looked at it only BTC pair, you got 12-15% risk. And that would protect you from pretty much most of these little flash crashes and potentially get you in for a, you know, if we just did the 150, you're talking almost 100%. So that would be pretty damn sexy. All right, I got to go run some errands before I go make some pizzas. So I will be doing that. I'll just wrap up real super fast Bitcoin. Didn't get any extra coolness going on, just kind of flat after giving up all its gains from the morning pump, or I guess the overnight pump we should call it, but still looks good. I mean, this range, I mean, this is what we kind of wanted to see, an aggressive kind of buyout of this consolidation over the last week, and now we got it, and we're getting defended above it. So And now we're back above 32.7. So as long as we're above 32.7 and maybe with a couple little wicks down to here and, you know, maybe 31.5, but a 3-hour body close below 31.5, I think would get real ugly. So do be careful for that. But hey, looking good so far. So can't hate on that. Oh, yeah, no problem, man. You're very, very welcome. All right, sweet guys. Well, much love. Thanks for tuning in. Have an awesome super weekend. We'll come back tomorrow and we'll talk about cryptocurrencies because, you know, the lame regular markets be closing. They can't handle the truth of the price action. That's one great thing about crypto. 24/7, baby. Truly. Not 23, 5.5 or whatever futures are. It's about something like that. And everyone's like, oh, you got to take a break at some point. And it's like, well, I don't know. It's nice to be able to mitigate risk whenever you want because some crazy-ass event could happen over the weekend and then you're sitting on your hands until Sunday night if you trade futures or Monday morning if you're just in options and stock. So, you know, that kind of sucks. I'd much rather have the 24-hour action. Bring it on. Maybe that can roll over into traditional markets. Maybe crypto can bring that to them. That would be cool. And we just like are truly 24/7. Because why the hell not? All right, guys. Much love. Thanks a lot. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Have a great Friday night. Peace.